Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New California. The last time we explored the robotics lab and began the process of reactivating a robot dog, and we had just enough time to repair the cables for the Tier 3 and Tier 4 networks. We came back and I started fiddling around, and good news is we reactivated the AI Maria. Bad news is she is now executing her original function, which was telling us about all the people Vault-Tec is torturing who we're helpless to help. And since it goes on for a bit, I paused so we could close the chapter out, and we are now about to continue with the lengthy list of atrocities. Some of which are rather amusing, some of which are, well, darkly amusing, and some of which are, dear Lord, what was the point of all this? Of course, if you've been playing Fallout for a while, or you watch the Fallout TV show, you know what the point is.
Vault 29, Boulder, Colorado. A social experiment. No one over the age of 15 is admitted. All parents are terminated and used as hyperfood stock. Vault 29 status. Experiment failure at October 23, 2077. All residents terminated or fled containment. Vault 43, Mesa, Arizona. Populated by 20 men, 10 women, and 1 panther. Vault 42 status. Experiment failure at October 23, 2077. All residents terminated or fled containment. Vault 74. Rochester, New Jersey. Designed to test the creativity of a single overseer over an empty vault with no amenities, power, or inhabitants. Vault 81, Boston, the New England Commonwealth. Intended to develop a single cure for all human diseases through testing on unaware human subjects. Vault 81 status, unknown. Project England intelligence is off limits by presidential order. Vault 101. Washington, D.C. Evaluation of an omnipotent, dictatorial overseer in a closed community. This vault is intended never to open. Vault 101 status. Experiment continues as expected.
That's the Fallout 3 vault there.
Sanctuary Hills, the New England Commonwealth. Testing the long-term effects of cryogenic suspension on unaware individuals. Vault 111 status. Experiment interrupted. Reverting to alternative research methods.
Yeah, that'd be the vault from Fallout 4.
Vault 120. Chicago, Illinois. The vault is designed to test the Vault-Tec ban immunity virus. Called Project China. Vault 120 status, unknown. Project China intelligence is off limits by presidential order. This concludes your daily Vault-Tec experiment reality dosage. How are you feeling? Please report to the Robco psychologist in the infirmary and record your mood and desires. Thank you. Main menu.
Okay, so with that done... And hey, Dr. Rossman's there to note we've got the Tier 3 monitors up and running. Okay, more scout reports. Wasteland Scout Mission 196. Dr. Kyoto, this mission brief will go over the extended journey I took to catalog the highways in the areas near San Bernardino. I, Dr. Kyoto, left Vault 18 3 weeks ago, and only now returned home. I was accompanied by Dr. Rossman, Sergeant Norman, and Yeti Hale. At first, the mission went smoothly. Using Dr. Rossman's improved image recording hardware, I was able to use an old iBot chassis to take pictures of the road in the area. While most people in the Vault Council objected to the mission, saying it was a waste of time and resources, I believe the efforts to be worthwhile, as we now have an exact map of the roads logged into our Pip-Boys for future missions. There's much to learn from the engineers who lived before the war, and their roads are proof of this. Following this message will be images that we recorded on the trip. 212. Alright, now we've managed to blow up half of San Francisco on some fool's errand. I'm going to take this report to tell you, my esteemed Vault Council, to listen to me when I tell you not to go messing with the higher powers of advanced technology without reverence. We were sent to find the Lost Brotherhood of Steel airship Captain Dean Rogers, who on one of our previous missions had stolen a valuable piece of hardware, henceforth known as Yeti's broke-ass Pip-Boy. And by stole, I mean he fixed the damn thing, and we decided not to ask for it back since he plugged it into the ship's navigation processor, and none of us wanted to wind up dead by unplugging it. Dean managed to save us all from an angry mutant horde out Phoenix. Real pissed off super mutants who had natural hatred of mutant something fierce. He flew us back to our neck of the wasteland and dropped us off in Union City, where we made sure the 2-day hike back to home. We made the 2-day hike back home to make sure we weren't followed. We succeeded in that mission, brought home a load of microprocessors to fix our data stack overflow problem, and we secured a crate of assault carbines to replace the damaged service rifles in storage. We damn near lost our lives on that faint rumor of a weapons locker in LA, but we pulled through. Then you sent us to recover Yeti's broke-ass Pip-Boy and retake Dean's ship. Now, we told you all that it was a shit idea to start with. Dean did us a favor, saved our asses 1, and 2, we promised to keep our vault origins and location secret. We didn't want to repay him by going back out and stealing his shit. To make the long story short, you kicked us out with our orders, Scout Mission 212, retrieve as much Brotherhood technology as possible to defend Vault 18 against unknown threats. A damn fool's idea, but we did it anyway. 1,900 miles, about 10 blown covers, over 5,000 rands of ammunition, a love story, a trail of dead Brotherhood of Steel Knights, about 500 she-warriors that will never see daylight again, and the NCR nearly found our location on the way home. Dean's ship crashed into an NCR reconstruction effort on a San Fran nuclear power plant and destroyed miles of the city, killed him, last we heard. That's another dead friend in a long line of fuck-ups we're not too proud of. You know what we came home with? That broke-ass Pip-Boy and a laser pistol. Hope you're happy. And Report 215. While we were out talking to Union City slaves, we found the source of infection they're suffering. It's the water line leading out from the San Bernardino Hills. Somewhere out there is a source of forced evolutionary virus, the junk we learned about from the old super mutant Marcus last year. Hey, Marcus! You know, who we see in Fallout 2, Fallout 3. Anyway. And later, Fallout Vegas. Anyway, yeah, not Fallout 3, he was in Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas. I mean, Marcus says that the Master's army scattered tons of his stuff as they fled Angel's Boneyard decades ago, probably dropped a barrel of it somewhere, and seeped into the water table. This time, the virus has mutated to work on dry land rather than in a vat. Messes people up bad. The FEV normally works on a multi-stage process under close supervision. The FEV makes you strong, more intelligent under the ideal situation, but even a little DNA mutation or radiation exposure makes all those changes go haywire. Without monitoring, it tends to make muscles in on bones, or twist in on bones until they snap, blow up brains, destroy the lungs and heart. Nothing can survive that. This breed has been called the Mind Virus. It's an all in-stage junk, the last dose of FEV meant to wipe the mind of the horror of transformation, but here all it does is make those folks crazy. Makes them get high on rage, tearing at themselves. They get so freaked out they cut off their own nose, gouge out their eyes, eat their own limbs, then turn on anyone nearby. It's true horror. We tracked the waterline back to a hidden California tribe camp called Zabula, and started dispersing the cure. Then we found a man named John Bragg and his one-eyed sister named Chevy. Turns out there was a vault buried right under Zabula with a whole set of water chips. Those two were already aware of the vault, were on their way to dig it out. Turns out Vault 18 needed a new water chipset too. That's convenient. Arsenal mysteriously been corrupted by some mass computer glitch. Again, convenient. Never did figure that one out. Bragg helped us out big time on this one. He says he needs a place to stay the winter, so Dale Norman is going to recommend he gets a fair hearing by the overseer. He's a little weird but has a clear understanding of the wasteland. Yeti and him talked for an hour about sports. Could be a good coach for the kids. I set the old vault's hologram emitter to project my image so the local tribes have somebody they can trust watching over the water supply. It should administer a constant supply of vaccine and antiretrovirals. With any luck, we can make a nightmare a happy little dream. Time will tell. And then Terminal 2. Just number 3 here, Report 214. Sergeant Dale Norman. This mission never even manages to leave the vault. Late last week, Dr. Robinson received a package from someone in the wasteland. We had no idea who the sender could be at the time. The cardboard box, about 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters, was left at the entrance cave under the dead of night. Needless to say, this was a threat to security. The overseer decided that the best course of action was to quarantine the item and assess the risk. Drs. Rossman, Kyoto, Rapiso, and Chief Evanson and I opened up the box, or took the item up to Showers Box Canyon and opened it up. Inside, we found a single cube of amorphous flesh. Dr. Rapiso immediately delighted at the sight that sickened all of us. He requested that he be allowed to bring it back to the vault for further study. After several days of sciencey mumbo-jumbo being performed on the cube of meat, Rapiso deduced that a percentage of the item was human muscle, bone, brain, and other tissue, all compressed. At least part of it was some mutant creature of unknown origins. It was further sealed in a cold locker and left for further analysis. The following night, one of Robiso's students, Jamie Campbell, opened the freezer while up late studying and discovered that the parcel had opened itself and began growing tendrils through the grates. It managed to free an eyeball and portion of brain tissue large enough to process sight and assess the situation. So said Robinson after the student raised an alarm that woke the entire vault. Reed, the young girl, went screaming through the halls and swore off science for the remainder of her life. Security swarmed in, and we were alerted after several hours of arguing back and forth. The first and final order from Chief Evanson, Dr. Rossman, was to destroy the entity before it possessed someone's mind and body, or infected the entire vault with a meat carpet of angry biomatter. Robinson protested, wishing to study it further. "It was a girl," to which Evanson replied, "You know that gift means poison in several European languages, or it was a gift." Misread that a bit. Wow, got very weird font. George Evans replied, "You know that gift means poison in several European languages." He built a straw man out of my argument to incinerate, telling me I was an adversary of science, so I just stepped aside and then proceeded to watch him go to war with that windmill. All I had to do was tell Kyoto to make angry gestures and pretend to be as offended as I snuck away. In the meantime, I went to the overseer who gave the final order to throw the item into the furnace. It put up quite a fight, but it was destroyed with no further disturbances. We have no word on who sent the parcel as of this time or what exactly it was. I'm sure it will come back to haunt us, and not just in the form of poor Jamie's nightmares. Okay, Report 210, Dr. Kyoto again. This mission takes place in the ruins of Los Angeles. I was asked by the board why I had left Kelso, the civilian that joined our party at Union City last fall, to die in the ruins of LA during the longest mission we'd ever embarked upon. Kelso is an evil bitch and never finishes anything. She made a sexual pass at me, never finished her work, and generally complained that everything we have worked so hard to achieve is worse than our trip to Boulder. She asked if we wanted to make this mission another Boulder Dome. I said, how would you like it if I made you another anus? We lost good friends to Boulder, the virus, that cat ghoul thing. Good people, Kelso, just trying to do their best. She asked why I'd forgotten her in the ruins of LA. I said I'd forgotten to care. I hope she's dead. And finally, Report 216. Yeti Hail. This mission takes place in the San Bernardino Valley and surrounding areas. With an extremely heavy heart, I have to report that Dr. Miyaki Kyoto is dead. You know, when I was first told by then Overseer and then younger Haas that the Wasteland Scouts were being reinstated, I didn't believe it. 10 years later, and I can't believe the missions we've survived to tell about in these reports. Miyaki is one of the outcasts in the Vault. She was an intelligent, sweet, and shy girl, one of the youngest at a time before the Wasteland tribes were adopted by the Vault, and the only female to ignore the segregation laws, but that all changed when she joined the Scouts. Dr. Rossman insisted that Miyaki join the team despite the objections of Sergeant Norman. Norman thought that she would be a liability in the field, but Rossman knew better. He knew we needed her science skills and her ability to put together broken strings of information from old newspapers and terminals led to some of our greatest discoveries. But 3 days ago, a strange man in Oaxaca approached her as she was convincing locals to give her an old pre-war laser weapon they worshipped as a god. According to her report, he shook her hand, leaving a green residue, and laughed as he walked away. After that, she fell ill, and her robot companion dragged her to the safety of the vault, despite her objections. The robot dog is now in storage upstairs in pieces. Norman and I were out of commission in a prospector encampment, where we were subjected to a device known as Mesmatron. We were convinced to give up the location of the vault under the effects of the device, and then were sent to the interrogated fervor in Union City. Kyoto had escaped capture earlier that day, and when we discovered that the prospectors were planning to invade Vault 18. Fortunately for Kyoto's brave effort, she was able to inform Dr. Rossman of our capture and the location where she believed we were held. She then isolated herself in the entrance cave, where she tirelessly worked on restoring and reprogramming the weapon, which calls a shot from an old satellite in orbit to the target location. Shades of the Helios base in Fallout, New Vegas. Dr. Rossman used the device to destroy the Prospector Advance and free us. Dr. Kyoto died trying to save our lives and succeeded. Her body was found to contain a lethal and highly contagious virus, and she ensured none of us would catch it by immolating herself after leaving a note inside the robotics lab. She will be sorely missed. We love you, Miyaki.
Yeah, kid. What is... But when he...
Okay, I think I do need to...
Welcome back. I hope... There are a set of switches on the side panel of the main. You should switch them on to start the local area network. Main menu.
Okay, enable the top tier
Maintenance.
switches.
You have fixed this already. Please free me from this disorderly nightmare. I am a dignified Vault-Tec representative. Main display T3 okay. But I am
And got this again.
Main menu.
Hey, have you seen my Programmer's Digest lying around? I hope you didn't read it, but it would explain why it disappeared.
Welcome back. Tier 1 systems optimal. Tier 2 system. T3 okay. But
Okay.
how are you? What are you doing? This area is classified. Only Senator Andrew Scholes or U.S. Air Force Colonel Laura Oran may access this data. Oh. I shouldn't have said that. Please avoid this port until you have the proper clearance. Main menu. There are a set of...
Okay, we got that done.
You have fixed this up. There are no tasks. There are a set of switches on the side panel of the main host gateway in the server core upstairs. The top tiers are currently... You should switch them on to start the local...
I think I got all those already, didn't I?
Main. I do not know what this port... One of these cables is active, leading to a secure hardpoint. The only indication it even exists is a steady indicator light showing heavy activity. Main menu.
Okay, we now have reroute the Tier 4 cable in the Vault 18 cistern.
Good to see you're not.
Yeah, we did the top 4 switches already. That was odd. Alright, reroute the connection. Oversee a secure terminal. Denied. Computer lab secure terminal. Rerouted. Okay, maintenance queue empty. Tier 4 updated.
Hey, have you seen my Programmer's Digest lying around? I hope you didn't read it, but it would explain why. Yeah, kid. What is it? When the he
Yeah, I
kept
was going to tell him I got the Tier 3 stuff set up, but apparently that's not an option.
Welcome back. I hope
Alright.
after annihilating every firewall security measure set in place 200 years ago, I have discovered an active connection outside the vault. Please request Senator Andrew Skills or his daughter Anna Alran. Report to the private terminal in the presidential suite. Tier 4 systems online. It appears you have stumbled on a connection even I did not know I possessed. Initiating presidential override. Hologram active. Main menu. Main
And Tier 4 to external receiver.
Mike 0001246001 Lima Alpha Charlie. Mike.
That ain't good.
Main menu.
Alright, well there is now a hollow feed control. Initiate display.
President Eden, I just lost the feed and... What? What the hell is this? That's going... A vault! Our systems have been hacked. Quick, initiate lockout and backtrace the signal. Who are you, wise guy? You better be ready to die for your country, because I'm gonna dispatch a Verde assault squad to...
What the hell was that? Was that an Enclave soldier? I haven't seen one of those bastards in 10 years. I hope we've seen the last of those giant metal cockroaches. If the Enclave knows about Vault 18... Oh no. Kid, you've got to warn the Overseer. I'm gonna get the Wasteland Scouts together. We better be ready. Damn it. This is why I wanted to keep the Vault in hiding.
Then, what the hell do you guys do to piss off the creepy cockroach moonmen? Or what the hell is going on? Who was that guy?
There are a bunch of awful people I wish you never had to learn about. People that have a grudge against Vault 18. And me. The last I saw an Enclave trooper, he was getting pried out of his armor to be hung by the NCR War Crimes Committee. I hope he'd be the last. I'm gonna arm the Wasteland Scouts. We may be old and dusty, but you kids are the next generation. We have to keep you safe. But first I'm gonna go sever that connection. You head off to bed. And if we're lucky, those monsters are hundreds of miles away.
Yeah, again, trying to send me to bed after telling me to go talk to the Overseer, but completed. Use the hollow feed terminal to investigate the strange signal.
Later.
And we now have the Vault-Tec 2 perk. But yeah, we did briefly overhear Kira's response to all that.
Programmer's Digest.
I was looking through some of the terminal entries you unlocked, and you did find a few interesting notes. Did you find anything special on your end?
Maybe. What are you going to do with the information? I found some notes about where Sergeant Norman blamed the survivalists, more inferior. Okay, I got the super mainframe to recognize the fiber optic ports. Now, where's the Skull's PC?
Yes, that's exactly what I expected. The survivalists. They keep slaves from what I'm told, hundreds of them. If our parents were captured during some long-forgotten battle, they were surely taken as prisoners.
Thousands. They kept thousands of slaves, not hundreds. They're scary people.
They may be scary, but all people have one tragic flaw. They're still human. There will always be a way to defeat them, no matter how many there are. Why the new California Republic hasn't decided to take them out, it's inconceivable. They're nothing but raider scum.
Then I don't think you're thinking of calling that. I don't think it means what you think it means. Or okay, well, if it helps you rest easy.
It does. It's very exciting. Now I will have a place to start my research and maybe form some kind of plan. I think I'm gonna turn in. Thank you for your help. I mean it.
Just lying around? I hope you didn't read it, but it would explain why it disappeared.
And yeah, she's got a laser pistol on her desk, but we can't do anything with it. Yeah, we're not quite ready to fix the computer. We have a note about go to your bedroom and investigate the strange network feed on your terminal that we somehow know is there. And we're currently at 502 XP. So close, yet so far. But we do need to go talk to the Overseer first, so I'm going to... Oh, wait a minute.
Your ear's still ringing from the game? The Overseer wants to see you in his office. It's all over the intercom. You can hustle ahead to the administration office since you guys like running so much. Or follow me back. Carter can let you in too.
Go to the Overseer's office. Optional, accompany Ernest to the Overseer's office.
You can hustle ahead to the administration office since you guys like running so much. Or follow me back. Carter can let you in too.
I mean, I'm kind of limping. But what the hey, we'll go ahead and do the optional. We can see Kira, but you know, she is actually heading toward the maintenance area. And there's a reason for that. You know the bed that we found in the robotics lab? That's where she's sleeping.
You can hustle ahead to the administration office since you guys like running so much. Or follow me back.
Oh, hello. Done with Dr. Rossman's super exciting late-night computer experiments?
Yeah, and I'm just seeing what else I can find to do.
Oh, that's very helpful. I'm glad you and your family are starting to fit in around here. Well, except for Sean. So what brings you to the administration office tonight?
Ernest just told me the Overseer wants to see me.
Oh, yes. Is the door not open? He may have gone to bed. Let me make sure. Just go check and see if Albert is still there.
Carter can let you in too.
Yep, okay, speak with Overseer Christensen. Yeah, the door's now unlocked.
The Overseer will see you now. Ball juggler. Yeah. Brag blower. Nice. Stupid. Damn it. Should have stuck with brag blower.
Okay, well, you do you, my dude. Alright, well, here it is. Overseer Albert Christensen. But before we start this conversation, we are going to stop here. Yes, I know, all that payoff, but this is going to take a bit. But next time, we will start with speaking with the Overseer, and then finally go to bed. But maybe not just go to sleep just yet. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we will continue the shenanigans from here next time. Take care until then.